Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are getting very... Oh, I should do that. That usually helps. Okay, perfect. We're getting very close to declaring our war on the League of Non-Aligned Powers. We're not quite there yet. I definitely think we'll get there by the end of this episode. I'm not sure exactly when we're going to go on that just yet, but it's very, very soon. For sure. This Forge World requires a job. Not much of a Forge World, is it? We'll put in an alloy foundry. Cool. That'll help a lot. And of course, we're still working on jobs for the core here, but that will get finished up as soon as we finish up this industrial district. So that's perfect. I want to check in on Starbase constructions here. We've still got the Brink station swapping over here. So let's put in a pair of anchorages here as soon as we're through this lag tick. And this energy weapon attack speed, yes, we want enigmatic encoding and decoding, so we're going to get started on that immediately. Cool. Again, as soon as we're through this lag tick. This station here is fine as is. Let's see, that one's going to be okay. So we've still got a number... Ooh, we should probably swap these solar panel networks over to anchorages. We are still in this lag tick. Okay. I definitely didn't expect it to be quite this long. What's going on here? There's no war going on. Is this something to do with the Federation? That's a good question. I don't know. Well, while we're waiting on that, let's check in on our civilian ships. So this science ship isn't doing anything, obviously. This construction ship is going to be done over here quite soon, and we do need to colonize these. So we can get those queued up. Oh, hey, we're ticking. Fantastic. We'll get these colonizations queued up. This construction ship finishes up here. We'll build mining and research stations there, and then we'll move down to Gregmora. And then this one is, of course, moving down over to Wenkwart. So that is absolutely fine. Fantastic. We should be seeing... Hang on a moment. Wait. I just realized something. And what I just realized... Where was that? Those two that we just colonized. I think one of them needed to be terraformed. Well, if that's the case, we'll get to it. Oh, they were up here, right? They're both Ocean World. Yeah, it was up here. That's fine. Never mind. I am an idiot, but that's okay. We do have quite a lot of devastation up here, apparently. But we are working on... Is this actually terraforming? Well, we're in a lag tick, but it is. Cool. So that's absolutely fine. It looks to me like the League of Non-Aligned Powers is not particularly keen on falling apart. Which is unfortunate for us, but it's not the end of the world. So we're at 35 influence. I guess we can afford to wait for this to come down here. Yeah, it's this one where we need one terraformation. That's right. Okay. So that's where I got a little confused. Because of Wenkwart. It's all your fault, Wenkwart. Excellent. So we need to get Gregmora here. We need to get these 4, although this one's going to be a little bit more expensive. These 3 will be the cheaper ones. And then we need these 4 if they're still available. We need this one, which will be cheap. One of these 4 will be expensive. And then these 2, one of which will be expensive. Okay. So that's going to be quite a bit of influence that we need. There's no doubt about that. That will take time. Okay, there's unrest in Chapul. That's fine. Now, if we check over here, we can see that we have our Hall of Judgment here, and there's a drug trade expanding on Font of Knowledge, which isn't great either. So we're going to upgrade this to a Hall of Judgment. And over here in Chuapul, we're going to upgrade that to a Hall of Judgment as well. And then it's just these 2 locations, so that's okay for now. Sounds good. Our colony ships are, of course, heading out here. Now, a big early focus on our war with the League of Non-Aligned Powers is going to be on clearing up these areas in the center here. And then we want to be stable on one side while we attack the other. So that's going to take some doing, right? Right. Lennox does not need to be a starhold. We can downgrade that, and we can start making a starport here in Earl. And then we're going to need Ishtram to upgrade to a star fortress. Brachium could be lost. That's acceptable to us. Ophelia here needs to go to a citadel. Everything on this front should be fine, up until we get to Fear Mathrios. So we'll go ahead and upgrade that as well. This border is not too bad, actually. Agriculture. Lots of agriculture. Look at all of this terraforming that's finishing up. That is beautiful. This over here probably doesn't need to be defended. This, however, does. As does Nitris. So we'll get starports in all of those locations. Now, we're going to be focusing on attacking these central locations. So locations like this, and this, and this, everything down here, that's all going to be attacked. Now, we're going to need some defenses over here. Olcod will be an okay place to build. Tremas already has one, and we'll get that upgrading. Ibaka is currently an anchorage. That's going to have to be swapped. Now, over here, it's probably acceptable. Well, we're going to have to build one in Urantok. And this is going to put us over our starbase cap. We'll keep an eye on that. Nothing over this way. This is unfortunate here. We would love to take Sapad. This is technically central, so we'll probably do that. Then Ukbli here, we can go ahead and upgrade. And then nothing over here until we get to this location. Okay, I would prefer not to defend both of these systems, but here we are. So we'll put in those starports, and over this way, Tyrim should be fine. We're going to have to move that off of an anchorage. But Rakaran will upgrade. Halax will upgrade. And then up this way, we should be okay.
We grow ever
yes.
Stronger.
Okay. So that should be what we need for defenses. In theory. We're going to get our construction ship down in Wenquart working. And our construction ship in Grugmora needs 2 more month ticks. So that's fine. We'll get that underway shortly. We are negative in food right now. So that's definitely something that we need to think about. Checking in for jobs that might need to be done. This generator world. Okay, we're going to kind of swap this generator world over to a food generation world. We're going to put in a food processing facility for right now, and we're going to tell it, instead of being a generator world, ooh, what's going on here? This isn't just a normal lag tick, this is a full-on game freeze. We are in the super late game, so that's not necessarily shocking. I guess that's all it was, just a freeze. Okay, well that's fine. So we're going to swap this over to an agri world. We do need additional research in society. Food from jobs would actually not be terrible since we are negative in food right now. So we'll work on that. That'll be just fine. So I'm pretty sure that we're going to be up over our starbase cap, although maybe not.
A new colony is underway.
We'll see. Light Send is, of course, being defended. Unabin connects up here, so technically that doesn't need to be defended. Okay. So we're going to go through these and make sure that they are upgraded.
Grow ever stronger.
Yeah, that one doesn't need anything at all.
Grow ever stronger.
We need to get these as upgraded as we can as quickly as possible. And again, we're going to be attacking this area over here, so that doesn't need to be defended. Cool. Then we come down over here. Tremus is still underway. Cool. Okay. So I'm pretty certain that we're going to be up over our starbase cap. We'll take a look at that. We can maybe drop this starport. I think that that's not important. We'll build our mining and our research stations over here, and we're also going to get this desert world terraforming over into an ocean world. Beautiful. And then we'll build in Grugmora.
We grow ever stronger.
Excellent. So we're beginning our proper prep for this war. And this should be done fairly soon. Not hugely soon, I suppose, but reasonably soon. We should go through every station that we have, though.
Technology secured.
That's something that we should probably do. Minerals from jobs is fine, like that's kind of irrelevant to us. We're gonna go for kinetic weapon damage next. This bastion is apparently not connected into our trade network, which is odd because we can just have it go directly to Haven Sky. I'm pretty sure. Directly to Haven Sky, please. There we go. Okay, so that's... Wait, it's still not connected? Apparently not. Directly to Haven Sky, please. Okay. I don't know why it's refusing to connect. That's odd to me. Very odd. Okay. Well, it's not that big of a deal. So, this station here, we should definitely replace this with a hangar bay and, rather, a missile battery. We're at a lag frame. Okay. This tick is laggy. We will give it a moment. Minerals from jobs, of course, finished up, and we went for kinetic weapon damage. This is a very laggy tick here. You know, that's why it wasn't going. That's the reason. If we're going to do this, we might want to do this with the game paused. But in order to pause the game, we'll have to wait for this tick to end. Okay. Sure. One of these days, the tick will end. One of them. Okay, we're paused. So we cancel this. This needs to be a missile battery and a missile battery, and then this is a hangar bay. Then we need to have a target uplink computer. Communications jammer is fine. We'll put in a defense grid supercomputer, and they've got a command center in here right now. We're going to go for a disruption field generator. Cool. Okay, so like I said, we should probably consider doing that stuff with the game paused. Like doing any sorts of reconnections and things like that. So like this station here would need to be connected to our trade network. Kind of like so. And then this one would also be connected like so. What others do we have disconnected? This station is not connected. There we go. The Aja station would connect down to Suskat's Maw. Roman would as well, and Ibaka. Cool. These stations over here would probably connect to Durelis. Or maybe just straight to Haven Sky. Yeah, we'll have them go straight to Haven Sky. Excellent. And then there's Menok down over here. Which, that station will probably connect up to Demon's Maw. And all of these will, in fact. this one's not the greatest of connections, but sure. Polgara needs to connect as well. That would go up to Hiamet. Tirim would go to Polgara. Maya would go to Light's End. And Iriani would go to Menok, probably? What? No. To Light's End. And then we select Iriani. That would help. I think you just go down to Wider. That'll be fine. Tremus would go to Ibaka. And that looks like that's the end. Beautiful.
We grow ever stronger.
Okay, so we do need to go through every single one of these stations. That's going to take some time.
Ever stronger.
The Dontar station is almost fine. It does require a communications jammer. There we go. Suskat's Maw is okay. Enigma's End is okay. Zilbach's Maw is okay. Light's End is fine. We're okay here and here. All of these should be fine. Although we might want to get rid of some of them. Although Hiamet is guarding a gateway. That's okay, I think. Astrikian. All of these up here should be okay. Like, completely and totally. Although, we are maxed on alloys at this time. And we should probably just make sure that they all have 2 ion cannons for right now. This one doesn't have room for ion cannons, which is fine. Okay, we've got the 2 Monarch of Fire class here. Perfect. We're just spending down our alloys at this time. And getting these defense platforms constructed eventually. Okay, there we go. And then we'll also queue up defense platforms here. There. We are now out of alloys, so that is perfect. So let's continue to take a look at these star bases out over this way. Scott Station is good to go. Do we need Scott still? I feel like we don't, actually. I feel like that's no longer a necessity. This station is reasonably important, but we should change it around. So gun, missile, and then this would require a defense grid supercomputer. There we go. This station is extraordinarily unnecessary. We're going to downgrade it. So that was the tile station, and next up would be this station, which is also unnecessary. We'll get rid of that one. Kakonin is also quite unnecessary. That no longer needs to be here. These 2 are both fairly necessary, and we'll do missile and hangar. And then this would, of course, be a missile battery. Then this would be a... We've got a hyperlane registrar. Okay, defense grid supercomputer and a target uplink computer. Sure. Roscan will be okay once we get it swapped around. Missile battery hangar bay and missile battery hangar bay. This is already a hangar bay. We need this hydroponics bay, of course, to become a communications jammer. And this crew quarters to become a disruption field generator. Protima's black hole. How necessary do we think this is? Honestly, I think it's pretty unnecessary these days. The Strom station is reasonably unnecessary. I'm going to swap it over to an anchorage, since we've already got a pretty good setup here. Okay, and we'll do a naval logistics office. Aludra here as well could become a anchorage. So we'll do that. That'll be just fine. So that'll get swapped over. The Grummium station is very necessary. That's upgrading to a Citadel right now, And we definitely do want a missile battery and a hangar bay in there, as well as a communications jammer. Cool. The Hallex station is going to require a hangar bay and a gun battery, and we'll put in a defense grid supercomputer. The Rakoran station is going to also want a hangar bay and a gun battery and a defense grid supercomputer. Cool. Aludra is, of course, underway, and the Gitana, all these trade hubs are probably completely fine. This one we could actually put in a hydroponics bay to help offset some of our food losses. So that'll be okay. We've got a bunch of anchorages over here. Those are all for the moment fine. This starbase here upgrades to a star fortress, and we're going to do gun, missile, hangar, gun. And then we're going to put in a target uplink computer, and then we're going to swap this to a defense grid supercomputer. Cool. This starbase over here will continue to upgrade. Gun, missile, hangar, and... oh, yeah, that bug. Okay, gun battery, that's fine. Target uplink computer and defense grid supercomputer. Perfect. Gun, missile, and target uplink computer. And we'll upgrade this star fortress. This one over here we've already got underway. Nitra station over here needs to be gun, missile, and target uplink computer, and we'll upgrade that to a starhold. There's a bunch of these little star bases down here that are going to need to be changed into bastions. So, gun, missile, and target uplink computer. Gun, missile, and target uplink computer. Same thing for all of these. Literally every single one of them. Oh, and we want them to be upgrading as well. So let's make sure that that's happening. There we go. Gun, missile, and target uplink computer and upgrade. Gun, missile, target defense grid supercomputer is fine. We're going to have both anyway. So gun, missile, and target uplink computer and upgrade. There we go. So there's all of those good to go for the moment. Now let's check in on our construction ships, which are not doing anything at the moment. We're going to head to Mintaka. And then this construction ship is going to build its mining and research stations, and then it's going to jump drive to Demon's Maw after that. Well, once we're through the lag tick anyway. So that'll happen here in a moment. In theory. There we go. Yeah, perfect. So that should be just fine. We've got a bunch of constructions underway here, and at this point, we kind of want to just work through each of these and get them all complete. Now, this is going to have a defense grid supercomputer, so we're going to need to come back to that once that's actually ready to go. The Dontar station is going to get a bunch of defense platforms. And this is probably going to eat up all of our alloys. Each one of these is pretty expensive after all. Actually, that's all of them queued up, so that's perfect. We're probably not going to wait on every single one of these defense platforms finishing up, but what we are going to do, I think, is make sure that they're all queued before we declare the war. So that'll be some time, for sure. We've got quite a long ways to go on these bastions, after all. And most of these star bases are going to be reclassified to bastions soon enough. Let's go ahead and check through our jobs here. This unification station requires a job, and we'll go ahead and put in an administrative complex. What else might we need? Well, currently that appears to be not quite all of it. This mining station here really probably shouldn't be a mining station. We are going to, I think, put in... We're going to put in an alloy foundry. This is a Forge World here. It could definitely use more stability. We're just going to upgrade our Hall of Judgment. Sounds good. Forge World needs alloy nanoplants, easy enough. And that's it for now. And with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to hopefully have more ticking time and less time going through our stations. We're still going to need to upgrade a lot of these quite a long ways, so if we want to have our defenses in place before we declare this war, it is going to be a while yet. At least a couple more episodes. We'll see. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.